You heard of Dr. Pepper? Well, I'm Dr. Gorgeous. Call Dr. Gorgeous, ring, ring, ring. Call Dr. Gorgeous, ring, ring, ring. Hello, I'm Dr. Gorgeous. How can I help you? Isn't that great? Isn't that funsy? If you listen to the radio when you're in Boston, you'll know everyone calls Dr. Gorgeous. People call me from the Massachusetts Turnpike because they just met someone at a rest stop and they've fallen in love. I am having the best time. In fact, my first show really happened by accident. I was a Newton housewife with 4 wonderful kids. My husband, Henry, is a very prominent attorney. We live a very comfortable life. In other words, everything was just great, and I needed a little sparkle to make it all perfect. So, fast forward, so many women at the Newton Temple Bethel Sisterhood wanted to know how I manage in our frantic modern times to maintain a warm traditional household that they begged me to give a speech to their local chapter. Well, P.S., who should be in the audience but Rabbi Carl Perlstein, the host of Newton at Sunrise. Newton at Sunrise! Oh, Perlstein was so impressed by my presentation that he invited me on his show. Fast forward, I become a regular on Perlstein's show, that he was indicted, and the rest is history. Now you just ask anyone in suburban Boston, Framingham, Natick, or Lynn who Dr. Gorgeous is, and they all know who I am. I'm what you call a real middle-aged success story, and I am having a ball. It is really funsy.